My sole purpose for telling my story is to help liberate others that thought and moved like I had. It took me 40 years before I reached manhood. It was a hell of a journey that I would not wish on anyone. My journey was what it was primarily because of my very low level of self-respect and self-esteem. I talked to black men on the regular that grew up in urban America, and the one thing we always come back to are these 8 words. If we knew then what we know now. These words are a reflection of what we now know could have and should have been our mentality. When I was a child, I thought my dad had some screws loose when he would say things like,
"Boy, you ain't done nothing I haven't, you ain't thought a thought that I ain't thunk."
It took me having and raising a son to see that daddy had been so right. Now, anatomically, I was 100% grown man at the age of 18, but mentally, I did not have a clue what it was to be a man. In this story, you will walk away knowing what it is to be a grown man. I was extremely self-absorbed the first half of my life. Although my esteem was in the toilet, most would have never known because of the lies I told and the way I acted. I've always been very concerned about what my peers thought of me. So concerned that most of the trouble I got in was to impress others or set myself up so I could impress others. This concern and wanting everyone to not just like me, but to hero worship me led me to a life of crime beginning in the 1st or 2nd grade. I pray that this journey will help others see what I couldn't. I pray that this journey helps lead others like me away from the thoughts and actions that led me to hurt others and myself. I pray that this story will change the teacher-student relationship. And to all educators, you are responsible for the development of every child you breathe truth into. You are mama and daddy and babysitter when any child is under your care. So if you do not love humanity in all of its glorious shades of brown and peach, then please, please choose another career. So to all of my phenomenal black excellent nieces and nephews out there in the world, don't be like Uncle Jihad. Be better and never voice the words best because you are placing limits on yourself. When Master P told us a long time ago that we were no-limit soldiers, he meant it. There's always a better. You will never be doing your best, so put that word out of your conscience when referring to yourself. Now, I charge you to live in the service of others because we, us, have to change our mindset to change our conditioning, which will change our conditions. Remember, there is no such thing as an individual. We are all a part of the human body of mankind. Everything we think, we see, and know is a social construct. One that depends on us believing the construct is what others say it is. So let's tear down any social construct that does not promote equality, oneness, and goodness, and rebuild ourselves into the great people we once were. Our slogan should be MTWGA, make the world great again, by going back to the ancient African consciousness thousands of years ago when we had peace for over 7,000 years. We must restore and remember ourselves to the mindset of then. We must restore our confidence by remembering ourselves so we can properly teach the human story, which began and developed in Africa. Our education is our exodus to freedom. Be black excellent always. Nephew, niece, the black excellence we are referring to is not a noun, but a verb that requires action.